Hello, students. This is Jeremy from White Mountain Science with another computer science tutorial video. Today, we are going to be going over how to create stories on Scratch. Now, for this week's prompt challenge, we're going to be starting by creating a simple story with some simple action and some simple talking. And to begin with, your teacher is going to be giving you something that looks somewhat similar to this document here. This is a storyboard, and it's for writing out the beginning, the middle, and the end of your story, so that when you get onto Scratch to tell your story, you'll have a really good plan in place. So again, you can draw the beginning here. So use some stick figures, show sort of where your characters want to start out on the middle. What's sort of the bulk of your story? Where's the action happening? Where's the talking happening? And then the end. Where do you want your characters to end? How do you want the story to end? Next, once you have a plan in place, you can go to your class's studios, and you should see a folder called practice. And then there is a code in here called story template. So you can click on story template to get started. All right, similar to your last challenge where you created a simple story with this story template, you're going to be focusing on basic movements and basic talk blocks, except this time you're going to be following that storyboard plan. And now that we've gotten the basics of moving around and talking, I want to challenge you to tell a more complete story, right? So in addition to having your characters start at the beginning, every time the green flag is pressed, I want you to think about really cleaning up and making a very good set of dialogue, right? They can speak to each other and it's at the correct time, and they can move at the correct time too. A couple tricks that we didn't talk about last week. Well, one, if you're having a character glide, let's say I'm starting at -200 and 0 here. If I'm having my character glide to the beginning and then I want to talk to my my yellow circle, and I want to ask, hi, what's your name? Hi, what's your name? Oh, excuse me, I started in the wrong spot. Let's go to 200, and then I'm going to be talking to the purple block. Hi, what's your name? I don't want my purple block, my purple circle, excuse me, to talk until the yellow circle is done talking. So what I'm going to do is go to the purple block. I'm going to go to, okay, so I'm starting in the right spot. I'm also going to glide to 0, 0, except I'm going to glide a little bit above the circle at 0, 100. And then instead of talking right away, I spent 1 second gliding, the same amount of time that the circle glided. I'm actually going to wait 2 seconds before I talk using this wait block, because that way my characters will talk one after the other. My name is Jeremy. Brilliant. So work on your story, work on your talking, work on your moving. Make sure your characters start at the beginning when you press green flag. Woo! And then the last thing you're going to do, the very last thing, is add characters and a background. We don't add characters in the background at the beginning because that would be distracting, right? We could spend hours and hours just choosing the right characters. Instead, we're going to choose them at the very end when all of the other programming and creativity is done. And you can do that by selecting the character that you want to change the costume of. Let's change character 2. Next, we are going to go to costumes, and we're going to press this blue button. And then we can choose a character from the options. I'm going to choose an apple. And then my last step would be to delete the first costume. Finally, once you have your characters selected, you can go to backdrops. And similar to the costumes, we're going to choose a new backdrop. So for this one, I'm going to choose a blue sky or something that fits with the theme of your story. So I'm going to select that. And then I'm going to go to backdrops and just make sure that if I need to, I can delete that original background. All right, wonderful. Thank you for designing this computer science project with me. I will see you all next time.